Hello, good morning everyone. Back with us, the
The
Trilogy
Trilogy
Podcast.
Podcast.
Back again with us, I'm Gilang.
I'm Fatma. And I'm Julia. How are you all my friends in Sabang to Merauke? I hope you are always in good health. Today we want to discuss a little bit about economic news in Indonesia, which is currently being discussed a lot.
Actually, this economic problem has become commonplace again, maybe in Indonesia. But today, we want to discuss one of the economic problems that we consider to be quite a serious problem for Indonesia, namely what's going on.
Regarding the problem recession, maybe you can explain it first to Fatma or Julia about the economic recession. I'm afraid the many viewers don't know what an economic recession is. Regarding the problems of recession, maybe you can explain it first to Fatma or Julia about the economic recession. I'm afraid that many listeners don't know what an economic recession is.
Can you explain it to me a little bit? And if, for example, there is something that is not quite right, the audience can comment below. So, according to several searches that I have read, it can be concluded that an economic recession is a condition that occurs when economic activity experiences a significant decline over a long period of time and is stagnant. And this can have an impact on people's lives.
But apart from that, a recession also occurs because of an economic downturn that is not only caused by economic activity itself, but there are other factors.
What Fatma just mentioned is that the cause of the recession can actually be from the other factors. Can you try to say what factors are there?
The first is an economic shock. One of the factors causing an economic recession is an economic shock that occurs suddenly. It was like yesterday when Indonesia was hit by the COVID 19 pandemic. That's really unexpected, right? Now, this pandemic has also caused people purchasing power to weaken due to financial difficulties.
So, it's true that COVID 19 really has an impact on everyone, not only in Indonesia, but also for the world. But can technological developments also have an effect or not?
It seems possible because with this industrial revolution and the development of artificial intelligence, or better known as artificial intelligence AI, it has been proven that many jobs have been replaced by humans.
It's true. If this continues to happen, it will result in many people being laid off and becoming unemployed. Eventually, this economic recession cannot be avoided.
In addition to the factors mentioned earlier, inflation can also trigger an economic recession because high inflation rates can cause the price of a number of energy, commodities, and raw materials to soar. Goods tend to rise.
Talking about inflation, there is also such a thing as deflation. Deflation can increase people's purchasing power because the price offered is easily accessible by the financial condition of the people concerned. But we also need to know that is if purchasing power occurs in excess, it will harm the providers of goods and service.
But high interest rates can also cause inflation to soar. hike which will encourage the central bank to increase interest rates. These two things can be exacerbated by people's purchasing power which is starting to decline, which can later become a factor causing an economic recession.
So far, it can be concluded that the economic recession has become one of the biggest threats to our country, Indonesia.
However, there is a website that states that Indonesia is apparently immune to recession because, according to the Minister of Finance, Sri Mulyani Indrawati, start the Indonesia's economic growth forecast in the third quarter of 2022 will reach 5.7%, while Bank Indonesia projecting growth above 5.5%, and the BPS notes estimate the with economic growth figures in Indonesia, it can be said that it is still very resilient, and the figure can be a strong capital to face the recession which is expected to start in 2023.
Now, of all that we have discussed, are there any solutions that we might be able to implement in Indonesia?
Maybe a solution that can be made is solution in the form of a sector like agricultural sector by providing free fertilizer, education sector, increase honorary teacher who are appointed as permanent teachers or civil servants, or first aid. The UMKM sector being a savior and a solution in dealing with economic problems.
Maybe there are also programs for people in Indonesia like free electricity for the poor, fuel subsidies for motorcycle and public transportation users, unsecured capital loans, pension fund goes up, create more jobs, and there are some additional solutions according to economists.
First, according to Faisal, the most basic way is to maintain people's purchasing power. This is done by accelerating the distribution of social assistance or bansos and other support programs that are already in the National Economic Recovery or PEN program, especially the purchasing power of the lower middle class.
Second, maintaining the resilience of the business world, for example, by accelerating the realization of tax incentives and relaxing other regulation. The goal is that the business world can still produce and capture profit amidst the pressure of the pandemic. This is also to minimize the impact on unemployment and layoffs.
Third, tackling the corona pandemic in the country is getting more serious. This is because if positive cases continue to rise, this will reduce public confidence in carrying out activities and mobility that support growth. On the other hand, the higher the impact of handling a pandemic, the lower the fiscal burden for social protection will be.
Fourth, continue to boost export and investment. This is because these two indicators are also important for their contribution to growth for the pace of the national economy, especially when household consumption, the largest contributor to the economy, is under pressure.
Fifth, the way to continue to create jobs and consumption of the upper middle class. The goal is to reduce the fiscal burdens and increase the savings of the upper middle class in banking to enter the real economy.
And the final, the government needs to immediately realize sustainable development. For example, by prioritizing new and renewable energy. The goal for Indonesia to absorb the green investment trend, which is buying priorities by foreign investor.
Okay, friends. Maybe we can conclude that if, for example, the recession is one of the threats to our country, but we also don't need to worry too much because it has been proven through research conducted by BPS that our country is still relatively safe from recession.
And maybe we can also help reduce the factor that cause a recession by starting to implement the programs we mentioned earlier.
Okay, trilogy friends, maybe that's enough for today's podcast. I hope there are benefits that we can take. Until the next podcast, see you the Trilogy Podcast.